Hi there everybody. In this video I'm going to show you how to insert your scanned graph or a picture of your graph into your SRP project report. Now I'm using an Apple Mac and therefore I'm using the Mac version of Word. So some of this might be a little bit different to those of you using a Windows based computer, meaning that some of the buttons might be in slightly different positions, but the idea behind it should be pretty much the same. Now what I've done is I've already uploaded my graph to my computer, and this is a terrible version of a graph, but it's going to serve our purposes for what we need it for at the moment. Now there's two ways that you can insert the scanned picture or the graph into your Word document. Now one is by finding the actual file itself, and this might be on your desktop or it might be in one of your folders, and you can just drag that across. Now what we want to do is, these are just some headings I've picked out from your report. They're not all the headings you need, but they're just some of those to give you an idea of how you're going to put it into the right place. And it's really important that we have the cursor sitting where we want the graph to appear. So here's our heading for graph. I've got the cursor there ready to go. So one option is I can just click on that picture on the side here of the graph and then just drag and drop that across into the spot where I want it to go. And there we go, that is sat there really nicely. Now I can check that under the heading of graph, there is our graph there. It's nice and big, I can read it quite clearly. It takes up most of that page. If I zoom out, I can see that the graph itself takes up most of the page. And so that's one way we can do it. Now the other way we're going to do it, or we can possibly do it, is by inserting a picture. So if you come to the top here to your options where it says Insert, Pictures, and because I've saved it as a file, I'm going to choose Picture from File. Now I've already set this up so that I know exactly where it is, but you may need to search through your search bar there to find what you're looking for. Now I just called my graph. I know this is the one here. There's a picture of it for me, and then I can insert that there, and that's another way that we can insert our graph into our report. Now you can resize this and change the size, but remember we want it to be as big as possible so that we can see it nice and clearly, so it's easy for us to see and then easy for your teachers to mark. Now one thing that's going to happen here is I'm going to have all of this space because the graph has actually gone and started on a different page. So that might interfere with your formatting a little bit. So the way to fix this is you just put your cursor above the title you want, graph, and I'm just going to push return until that goes all the way down onto the next page. And what will happen is that'll then come down and it will automatically reformat. So the graph title heading is there for me ready to go, and there is my scanned PDF version of my graph. Now, after you've got all your format correct, then the next thing you want to do is to convert the whole document into a PDF so that when you upload it, it's going to be nice and look nice and be in exactly the same order as what you've got in your original document. And I'll show you how to do that in another video.